Hi guys, welcome back. It's Chrissy the Crystal Indigo, and I am here with the Twin Flame Collective Full Moon in Libra update. Now, I want you to really listen to what I'm communicating because this is very intense energy that we are in with the full moon in Libra. Again, all of you, I want you to look at your natal chart and I want you to see where Libra is placed in your chart, what planets, what houses, and also where does Aries sit in your chart, what planets, what houses, etc. So, with that being said, before I dive into the reading, my collective, I want to give a beautiful shout out and sending so much love and light to all of you who booked readings, who booked services, whether it be Reiki, Akashic Records. If you need any sessions, I am here. You can check out my website, www.chrissythecrystalindigo.com. If you need any herbs, any, bundle of abundance packs for your manifestation, you can check out my Etsy shop. My handle is Chrissy Crystal Indigo. I have crystals there as well. Please, all of you guys, go check out the Etsy shop. I have so many items on there, products that will help you along your spiritual journey as well as with your twin flame connection. Now, if you check out my IG stories and even the videos that I have on there, I have posted a lot of testimonials with my clients seeing positive results in their twin flame connections once they've booked the twin flame healing session. And you can email me and ask me questions about it. The exchange is 111. It's not expensive. I've seen some where they're 500, 1,500. Again, you guys know I keep it simple. I keep it affordable for all of us. And stay tuned towards the end of the reading for a special message that I want to share with all of you guys, okay? Very, very important. So make sure you pay attention to the end of this video. Now, if you guys would like to donate to the channel, you can. Also follow me on Instagram at Chrissy Crystal Indigo, Chrissy the Crystal Indigo. That is a form of energy exchange as well. Now back to these energies, it's very important. On my Etsy shop, I have the Crystal Protection Pack. I also have the Chakra Alignment Pack. Go read the details about that. I also have the Twin Flame crystal packs. So important for a lot of you who are on the journey or feel like you are moving closer to meeting your divine counterpart. All right, so with that being said, these energies are very, very, very intense, and we all know that the roles are reversing. So a lot of the divine feminines are in this energy where it's like, say if your divine masculine's like, oh, do you want to be with me? Divine feminine is like, oh, no, like I have things to do. It's like divine feminine is saying this in the 3D, but in the 5D, divine feminine knows that divine masculine needs more healing, needs more support, and divine feminine is supporting the divine masculine from the 5D element, right? And so now the divine masculine is in this energy of, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, I'm about to lose my person, I'm about to lose my person, because those who haven't awakened yet or started their journey even a little bit are really fearful because they're scared of the change. I had to get 2 Reiki sessions within a week of each other because the energy has been intense. And, as your divine masculines are continuously trying to not surrender to what it is, it's getting harder for them and harder for them and harder for them. And your divine masculines, divine feminines are feeling your energy very strong. And when you begin to do, send them healing and work with their chakras, and as you work on your chakras, you are helping, heal your divine counterpart. So for example, last night when I was trying to heal my divine counterpart, I called in my guides, but then I said, show me where there's trauma, show me what needs to be cleaned up. I got the image, and immediately I started to work my hands in the positions of breaking things away, and allowing light to enter into that root chakra. And so you may feel a lot of energy around like your butt crack. Don't mean to sound, gross, but the root chakra, the sacral. I know for my divine counterpart, they have me working on the heart chakra, the throat chakra, and the third eye and crown. So it's very important that if you do not know how to work your healing abilities, the gifts that you were given, please don't just go in there and try to send energy. Even my students can tell you from the class that when you don't know how to direct it the right way, you can end up being hurt, right? So write me, email me when you want to start doing that, or if you need support, or if you need me to do the session for you. All right. So we have the Four of Chalices coming out for the collective. This is the Four of Cups, right? And so you can see the woman in this card is not even paying attention to the cup that's, by her side, right? And so not even paying attention to the cup that's coming out of the thin air. She's just looking at the stars, right? Just looking up. And, when you see this type of energy, right? It seems like she's just ready to take a leap. Like it's just been too much. It's too emotional, too much energy. I feel depleted. When she's looking up, it's like, I need a way out of here, right? And she isn't focused on these blessings. Okay, you're not looking at the three cups. Let me put this one in front of you. And she still isn't looking. And that's what we have for both in the collective, the divine masculine and the divine feminine. We're not paying attention to the blessings that are right in front of our face. We're so caught up into, like, what is happening with the divine masculine, and vice versa, divine masculine, what is going on with the divine feminine, even though they don't really be vocal about it, right? And with the divine masculine, they're so into their workspace, and if they have kids, into their kid space, but they're not really paying attention to what's actually going on with them emotionally, physically, mentally. We as divine feminines can see what's happening with the divine masculine. Even looking at them, you can tell something is off, right? And so this is the energy coming out, okay? Then we have the Eight of Swords, bound, just with, chains, just feeling like there's no way out, right? Like, how do I get out of this? Like, how do I escape this, right? And that is for the divine masculine and the divine feminine, because some of the divine feminines have gotten to that point where they're just like, I feel like I'm stuck, like I can't break away from you, right? I may say the next day, I'm going to have a beautiful day. And the minute, I wake up, for example, I am with you guys on this. When your divine masculine's energy just slams you right when you're waking up, and you're just like, oh, like you feel everything that they're going through, mental, emotionally, physically, right? And it causes you to get into that energy of that chasing energy. Like, are you okay? What's going on? What's happening? And again, the roles are reversing to where the divine feminine is really focused on the glow up. Like, you know what? I can't waste any more time. Like, I can't sit here and, you're not ready. I can't wait for your soul to play catch up. And then the divine masculine feels the divine feminine slipping away, but yet, that light, your light divine feminine, it scares the divine masculine. You remind the divine masculine of so much that they are afraid of, right? Some of them don't want to tune into their spiritual gifts. You don't know the reasons why they're afraid. Many of us, when we started to have our visions and feel energy and see, extraterrestrials in the 3D, 4D, 5D, 4D, 5D and up, we were afraid too, right? So there's a lot of fears with the divine masculine and you when it comes to this connection, right? And I even told my divine counterpart, you don't like me because I make you feel, right? And I know my divine masculine knows that, right? And so at the end of the day, they know, you are good for their soul. They know you are good for their heart. And that's why they don't want to abandon you or leave you. But this connection is so intense that it frightens them, right? But now is the time where it doesn't matter. You're being forced to, wake up and smell the coffee. After those two energies, we have solar deity. This is the sun. So, new beginnings, new horizons, new journeys, beautiful energy. This is supporting the collective. So, you see, we're coming out of that dark night of the soul. You see how both of these cards are just dark, no light, right? And we begin to shift out of that energy into the sun, right? And we are in the Aries energy as well. So, how is it resonating with you, right? And so I feel the best advice for the divine feminines at this time is to continue to focus on your life purpose, mission, on your path, on what you're being called to do. And your divine masculine, regardless if he or she is ready or not, they're going to have to pick up on what you're stepping in, because this is the vibration of the planet. This is the way everything is moving, right? And again, if you are like myself and your journey has been very difficult, it's been rough, it's been, topsy-turvy, it's best to really connect with your divine counterpart in the 5D. And I want to say all last week, right? My divine counterpart has been showing up strong in my visions. Not only that, but the karmic. And I'm just like, okay, what's going on? Like, what is this? And I immediately got it. And I was like, okay, it's a release. It's a release. This is what my divine masculine is releasing. My divine masculine is showing me why, they're the way they are. Okay. But with the sun coming out, this is brand new beginnings. This is, optimism. This is a new look on, on life, at life, with, in regards to the connection. Okay. We keep getting brighter, the lovers. And so the lovers, twin flame, soulmate connections, right? So when you see how it's being laid out, we go from the dark night of the soul, we're seeing the sun, and then we're realizing what we are to each other. Divine feminine, you've always known. Divine masculine is now starting to realize that this isn't no ordinary love, right? And so now, we have to co-create with spirit and surrender to the sweetness. And I know that's hard. We hate hearing the word divine timing and surrender because it's like, for the love of God. But this is what's happening within the collective. And I say the best thing to do is take each day at a time. Even if, your divine counterpart decides to reach out, you know how you get those butterflies and you're like, oh my, this is it, this is it. No, take one day at a time, because sometimes our divine counterparts come off as a little bipolar. It's like, okay, you want me or you don't. Stop holding up the line, right? So at the end of the day, we're shifting into this destined, fated energy with each other, understanding what we are to each other, understanding our mission, understanding our purpose. And it won't hurt when you say your prayers or talk to your deities or angels. Ask them, show my person what this connection is. Show my person, who we are to each other. They will help, okay? Now, the overall energy, the 6 of Orbs. So again, more air, right? And we're in the full moon in Libra. And that is exactly the intention I put out when shuffling the cards. And so with the 6 of Orbs, this is the 6 of Swords. And it's like trying to get to calmer waters, move into calmer waters, trying to create balance, trying not to have a tsunami. See that? Trying to figure out, how do we balance this out? This is a beautiful reading, because It's perfect. And we have to mirror each other in the right way. So I know this has been difficult for me as of late. We have to lead as divine feminine. So if it means stepping into your power full blown and just really holding space and just working with your divine counterpart in the 5D, then that is what we have to do. Because the more we push, the more we ask if they're okay, or they don't understand how we feel their energy. Some of them, it just pushes them away, and they just become more angrier and angrier and angrier, right? All right, so we're going to dive into the Twin Flame Mystic Moon Oracle cards. All right, so for Divine Masculine, the first card that has come out is Cycles. So with this full moon, they're realizing the karmic cycles. They're realizing, why does the same thing keep showing up in my reality? Why do I keep having the same outcome, right? And they're starting to see, maybe it's not them, the karmic, the divine feminine, the exes I've been with. Maybe it's myself. Maybe it's because I could not, quiet down my lust, my temptation, my addictions, right? They're starting to see with this full moon, I have created this shit show. Excuse my French. The next card is Victim. And the Divine Masculine, some of them play the victim when they're being held accountable. And for some of the Divine Masculines with this full moon, realize that they have been the villain. They have really hurt their Divine Feminines. They've hurt their karmics. Some of their karmics are the mother of their children, right? And so they're realizing that they've done a lot of damage, and this is really getting to the Divine Masculine. Guide, right? So don't be surprised if your Divine Masculine goes ghost or goes quiet for a while, those of you who are not in union. And it's because they're being led on their journey, on their spiritual mission, starting to awaken. And as Holly, who gave me some amazing Reiki treatment, confirmed with me that, this is the time the Divine Masculines are being forced to wake up, to figure it out, because they're the ones holding up the journey, right? We have Offer. So you see how that played out. First, we had Cycles, Victim, Guide. Now we have Offer, because they're realizing, right? And for some of us, 1 to 4 months. Others, 1 to 6. But as long as you're doing the work, and we don't mean working just to get into union with the Divine Masculine, but actually working because of, what's in your soul contract, what you signed up to do, what you asked to come back here and be a part of, right? But Divine Masculines are ready to make an offer. And even if it's a small offer in the beginning, know that as you do the work, as you continue to start to support each other, it gets better and better, okay? Now, for the Divine Feminine, first card out is Balancing the Scales. This has been the energy, that Libra energy. I just want balance, equal reciprocity, right? We have barriers, but when I saw this card, immediately I thought of boundaries. And with our divine counterparts, there needs to be boundaries put in place. You cannot be a doormat, because you understand what this spiritual connection is, and you want to do right by Spirit, Source, Divine, God. As God, Spirit, Source, Divine communicated to me through meditation one time, yeah, we asked you to support, we asked you to be there, we asked you to hold the light, but we did not ask you to be a doormat. Okay? We have Summer. So there's going to be some clarity, some communication, something within your connection that really is a milestone in the summer. A lot of change, as the starfish is there and it represents 5, right? We have conclusions for Divine Feminine. So as you get stronger, as you're on your purpose mission, You're getting the conclusions to a lot of things. You're putting it into a lot of things, and this is beautiful energy. And the divine feminine is reinventing, right? See that reinvention? Reinventing yourself. And tonight, when you pray as well, for me, you know, let's apologize. Let's ask for forgiveness for how we have allowed ourselves to be treated. Let's start forgiving ourselves. It's about self-love, right? Now, the energies that wanted to show itself. No, I'll dive into the overall energy first. Numbing, right? I just want to forget about it. I just want to forget this horrible experience ever happened. The divine masculine is numbing, and you're like, just let me wake up one day and it don't exist. It gets that tough. It gets that tough, right? This is the overall energy. And then we have return under. And then we have the answer is yes. And some may feel abandoned, right? They're not used to their divine feminines not being there. Now the energy, we have regret, twin flame, soulmate, material world, received, separation, big dreams. That's the energy floating right now in the collective, all right? And the time is 1:11 on the clock. That is just some beautiful synchronicity right there. All right, guys. So we're going to dive into the Moonology spread. First card out for the Divine Masculine, the advice for the full moon. Don't let pride get in your way. Full moon in Leo. Don't let pride get in your way. For Divine Feminine, be bold and make the first move. Cardinal moon. However that resonates for you. Step out of your comfort zone is the overall energy for the collective North Node. Look and see what your North Node is in your natal chart. Read information on it and then focus there. Put your game plan in motion from there, okay? Now we're going to dive into the Starseed Oracle. For Divine Masculine, we the Hathors. First card out. It says, deep love, mother's milk, birth as a portal. Starting that journey, right? Brand new out the womb, out the spiritual womb, out the spiritual closet, right? Birth. Empathic starseed, energetic serenity, absorbing what's not yours. They can't, or they don't understand these different energies that they're starting to feel and the visions that they're having and, you know, everything that's going on with them. And even when you're trying to communicate with them, Divine Feminine, it's just like, oh, that's just a coincidence. Oh, that's just a coincidence, right? I asked my divine counterpart, so do you believe I'm spiritually gifted or no? Skipped right over the right over the question and started talking about something else. And I made my divine counterpart laugh when I was on the phone with my soul sister, because my divine counterpart walked, you know, through my hallway and saw my bookshelf. And usually I hide certain books, turn them upside down so my divine counterpart can't see what it says. Well, this was an unexpected visit. So when my divine counterpart walked past and saw this witch sigil book, I heard him say, And immediately I looked over at the book and I was like, oh my God, he saw the book. And in my head, I was like, you know what? Psst, I don't even care. So later on, he walks back to put his shoes on and he goes, you better not be doing none of that witch stuff on me. And I was burning on the inside, right? And so I told my divine counterpart, I said, listen, if I was to do any witch stuff on you, we would have been married by now. And you could have saw his teeth just hit the floor. He didn't even have a response to that. Basically saying, I don't intervene in your free will. As bad as I want to, as bad as I want to shake you loose and get your head on right, I am not that type of individual. And it hurts me because it's like, I know I'm going to do it the right way, right? So the next card out is loosen your grip, coping mechanisms, density, addiction, let God in, right? A lot of our divine counterparts are really deep in the dark night of the soul. And I know a lot of us divine feminines have been going through it, but the divine masculine is deep in the dark night of the soul for those who are resonating with this. And it's hard to sit there and look them in the eye and just see that they're off. And you know that awakening look you get. Like once you awaken, there's no looking the same as you were before. There's this look in your eyes, and you guys can comment below. After you awaken, there's a different shift in the way your eyes look, right? So for divine feminine, we have water your garden, nourishment, body care, tenderness, rest. Take time to love you. Take time to treat yourself. Self-love. We all need to really get in that energy right now. It's so important because we're just going to lose ourselves in the divine masculine's shit show. We have to get stronger, right? Big picture thinking, Pleiades energy, visionary, inspired ideas. As you continue on your journey, as you meditate, as you ground your energies, as you do your, spiritual work, your spiritual gifts, work with your clients, you're opening yourself up to more portals to be able to access other gifts, right? And so this is the energy that you need to be in. Also look up information on the Pleiadians, right? Overall energy, I remember soul plan, the fated life versus the destiny life. This is all of us starting to remember where we came from, past lives, soul contracts. This is so important. Destiny versus fated, right? What are you called to do? What is your life purpose? This is beautiful. And under that, we have portal. Doors are opening, you decide, rewards, wild card. Called. This is so beautiful how this is coming out. It says soul gifts and training. It's time to step up. Trust the timing. Trust the wave you came in on. Time is not running out. We're all on different waves, right? We know about the waves. First, second, third wave, right? But your time is not running out. And we as divine feminines, we're always like, you know what? My biological clock, I want to at least have one child that can keep the lineage going from, the spiritual work that I'm doing. Like you're thinking big picture here. You're thinking, your kids, like continuously keeping the legacy alive, right? And so I've even been thinking about that, like, you know what? I need someone to take this over once, I'm called to go somewhere else, right? Beautiful. So if this is resonating with you, if this is your twin flame story, please comment below. It helps so many other divine feminines and divine masculines, but I think majority of the divine feminines watch the channel. Now, this is the secret language of light. And while I was shuffling, this card flew out. And so I kept it. So I feel this is the theme before the other cards. And this is 29. You are the universe. And look how beautiful, this card is, right? You are the universe. Like we're here to raise the vibration of the planet. We have so many cosmic DNA floating through our body where we're starting to remember how to use our gifts from back when. We're getting new gifts. We are emerging into such beautiful energy, and there are going to be things that try to hold us back, that get in the way, but know that you're divinely protected. And divine feminines, we've been, as of recently, on the verge of just a thread of thin string hanging on, right? And so remember, you are the universe, right? You've done this before. And then let me see if I have anything else for you. Yeah, I hit it right on the head. I hit it right on the head. So what I just spoke about, keep that in mind. Now for Divine Masculine 24, wellness. We know our Divine Masculines really need to get in the habit of learning how to meditate, learning how to ground, learning how to shield their energy, eat right. They may be noticing that they're starting to get allergic to a lot of foods that they love. Remember, Divine Feminines, we went through that last year, the year before that, and it was a little rough, right? And I still take risks. Like, I love seafood, and I mean, if I gotta have one swollen eye, then okay, so be it. But I can't let it loose, right? So tune into your body. You are entering a time when your body will become stronger. If you have been or are sick, you are on your way to feeling better. Begin to focus on a sense of well-being. Okay? Behind the human in the image is the flower of life, a symbol that represents the process of creation. It is made up of overlapping circles that are repeating expressions of the first circle. It is a geometric metaphor reminding us that the nature of life is continual expansion. Your body takes you everywhere you go, so acknowledge, thank, and love it. So definitely, work on their wellness for Divine Masculine. And this is also going to help them understand a lot more, okay? For Divine Feminine, Soul Family. While we're going through these transitions with our divine counterparts, it's so important to connect with our soul tribe. And I'm glad I found my soul sister where I have relocated to, because had I not, right, being out this way, it would have been very difficult for me because my divine counterpart lives 25 minutes away. And when you're going through separation, when you're going through the dark night of the soul, or just one of those moments where you guys are not seeing eye to eye and so much turbulence, it's important to have someone that you can count on to light you up and actually understand what you are going through, right? And so this is about your soul family. And with your soul family also, ascended masters, your guides, your ancestors, like, count them in there too. Continuously talk to them, communicate to them. It was so beautiful. The other day I did a Archangel Saint Michael prayer. And while I was writing in my vision journal, I saw this beautiful, like, it was like a spark, and then it shifted to blue. And I was like, what? And I looked, and I was like, okay, Michael, that's what I thought. And then I asked Holly, who did my Reiki, and she's like, yeah, that's Archangel Michael. I'm like, I knew it. And I had just prayed and asked some things in regards to my divine counterpart. And I believe while I was writing in my journal and listening to the woman speak on YouTube, it was like a sign saying, listen to that message, right? And so soul families are very important. And I want you guys to shout out where you're from in the comment sections so you guys can really connect with others that's in your area, okay? Overall message, meditation. We really have to teach our divine counterparts, like, how to meditate, how to become one, like how to calm their mind, how to do nature walks. Because with our divine counterparts, for some of them, it's like go, 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 go. And I got like a metrosexual divine counterpart. So mine's all about fashion and driving. And so trying to say, come walk in nature, he'll probably have freaking panic attack. But got to figure out a way where we teach them how to align their chakras, how to calm themselves down, how to not be so much on edge, right? And this is beautiful, a beautiful message for the collective. I mean, where we're shifting to with this full moon in Libra energy, where we're shifting to going forward in general. This is beautiful. And if this reading resonated with you, comment below. You can book me for twin flame healing or twin flame reading, excuse me. Just check the calendar out, and I'm going to let you know ahead of time that even if you don't get your reading at that time, you'll get it later in that day. So say if you book for 12 p.m., you'll get it at 8 p.m. or before the end of the day, right? So if I have things going on or something's happening with the energy, I don't do your readings if my energy is not in the right alignment, or if we got like a retrograde and it's too much for me. I have to wait till that energy calms down. Okay. Now, the message that I wanted to talk to you guys about, I have made the decision to go into work full time doing my life path purpose mission. So I will post when I'm starting the spiritual development classes up again, when you guys want to, like, it's for you learning how to work your spiritual gifts when you don't know how to turn them on and turn them off. It's learning how to work your healing hands, learning how to work with crystals, sound bowls, just so many beautiful things that resonate with your spiritual gifts. That's the question everybody has, is like, how do I work my gifts? Like, how do I tune in? Like, how do I use them? Well, that's what that class is for. The first semester was really amazing. It's going to be in two parts. The first year students will go first, and then the second year students will go an hour after, and it'll be 2 days out of the week. The exchange will be $40 a week, and I'll have all those details written up for you guys. So let me know in the email if you're interested in that, which is really affordable, right? And so with you guys, I'm here. My shop will be open now from 11 to 7. I'm open for office hours with Reiki sessions, Akashic sessions, crystal healing, whatever is needed. The address, you can Google my name, and my office address will come up if you're in the area. But I am stepping out, taking a leap on faith, and will make it do what it do. So again, like, if you guys want to donate to the channel, that's definitely appreciated, especially me walking away from a job that I was so fearful to do because of the security of the finances, right? But again, I can't be committed to my life path and purpose mission if I'm slaving myself 60 hours a week and then trying to keep up with readings, trying to keep up with bookings. And this is where I'm being called to. So like, share, comment, subscribe, send your donations. The email is below in the description box. Whether it be checking Amazon and getting something off my wish list, I have that link below. But I just want to say all of you guys are amazing. You really inspire me so much. I used to be such a hermit. I was an intro/extrovert, right? And so this has definitely brought me out of my shell. And I mean, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. And so with those classes, a lot of my students have already opened their spiritual shops, doing what they're doing. And it's really a great experience. So I'm here for you guys. I'm sending you so much love and light. And I will talk to you soon. Take care.